Wednesday on Evening Magazine.
From a sunny Point State Park, welcome to Evening Magazine, everybody. I'm John Burnett.
And I'm Liz Miles. Our first story tonight is quite a distressing one. It's about one of the most despicable crimes on the books, the abuse of animals. Because of one very generous and dedicated man in Pittsburgh, animals in this community have someone who is looking out for them. We do need to warn you, however, that there are pictures in this story of abused animals, but we feel that it can't be told without them. Each year, millions of unwanted animals are abandoned at animal shelters, and these are the lucky ones. Thousands of others suffer abuse and neglect at the hands of their owners, and Ed Blotzer Jr. plans to put an end to as much of it as he can. It's an angry mission.
My feelings are pretty strong about people abusing any living thing. That's why I volunteer my time 8 to 10 hours almost every day of the week. Look at here, Judge. Look at this fellow and dog. Look at the back. Look at that.
If I was an animal, Mr. Blotzer is the best friend an animal could have. I would want him for my friend.
For 19 years, Ed has been the Chief Humane Officer of Animal Care and Welfare, a branch of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. He's arrested more than 2,500 people for abusing their pets. He's tough on offenders, but he's often the only friend that these helpless animals have.
I'm not sure these cats are being fed every day, and the guy's moved away. He doesn't live here anymore.
Ed is strictly a volunteer. He doesn't get paid, yet over the years, he's spent more than $100,000 of his own money in his crusade against animal cruelty. Ed visits this neighborhood every week or so, checking up on these abandoned cats, feeding them food he buys himself, and trying to persuade their neglectful owner to find them new homes. Animal abuse ranges from simple neglect to deliberate physical cruelty. Ed's files are filled with these stories, cases that motivate him to continue his one-man battle, a war against people like the man who moved away and left his dog behind. Ed found the dog, starved to death and partly decomposed.
Well, he said I was going to take it to the animal kennels, but I didn't get around to it. But we eventually got around to him.
The penalty, a $351 fine, the maximum fine under Pennsylvania state law for cruelty to animals. That's all the owner of this little beagle paid for failing to seek medical care when his pet was dying of liver cancer. Ed took the dog straight to a veterinarian, but it was too late. He died shortly after arrival. But the worst case of animal abuse that Ed has seen in nearly 20 years concerned this husky, a family pet. Intruders crept into the family's property and caught the dog.
And poured a flammable liquid on this here dog. And then they lit it a fire and burned it alive. You'd think after, over 18 years of doing this here that I'd get used to it, but you never do. You're talking to the Chief Humane Officer for the SPCA, and my name is Ed Blotzer Jr.
Each day, he gets dozens of calls reporting cases of suspected abuse. And each day, he checks out as many as he can. Ed estimates he puts 2,000 miles a month on his car.
I've cited somebody everywhere in this county, almost every neighborhood in this county.
When Ed finds a stray or an animal in a life-threatening situation, he'll take it to a hospital or a shelter. This is one of the toughest parts of the job, because as many as 75% of all animals taken to shelters are destroyed, because the shelters must simply make room for new arrivals. It's an endless cycle.
Somebody likes animals. All I see is bad news with animals.
He gets good news when he visits Animal Friends, a shelter that keeps animals until they are placed.
I want to find out how some of them dogs are that I've been bringing down here to see how they're coming along.
This is where Ed brings the animals he rescues when they don't require extensive medical care. His visits give him hope. Here he sees formerly abused animals healthy and loved once more.
Where was your family at, huh? They left you and abandoned you, huh? A good fellow like you, I don't know why they do that to you. What I see out in the field isn't anything that's pleasing to the eye or to the heart. Yeah, you see a dog that's down in his luck, and then you see him go right from rags to riches. It gives you a good feeling.
Here's Jethro, whose owner kept a chain around his neck so tightly that it required surgery to remove it. There's Nikki, now a frisky Doberman. When Ed found her, she was skin and bones. There are dozens of other stories like these, but sadly, there are millions more with tragic endings. These odds are depressing, but Ed Blotzer is willing to face them.
I told my wife, I says, put on my gravestone that he's the SOB made him pay for abusing animals.
It's really shocking to hear that people who commit those crimes can never be fined more than $350. If you would like more information about Ed or his program, Animal Care, give us a call at 566-ASAP, and we'll put you...
Lives of thousands of helpless animals. And at age 66, it seems like he's just begun.
Every animal, every living thing deserves their proper place in this world.
The Blotzers share an abounding respect for animals. In fact, they dedicate their lives to protecting them. All of them. Even after their own pets and those of their friends have passed on, they cherish the memories. It wasn't long ago that Ed, as a railroad engineer, juggled his job on the tracks with his duties as a chief humane officer. But now he's retired, and that means he can work 7 days a week as a champion of animals, and for no pay.
Yeah, I think it would be an awful sterile world if there was only our species of animals in this world. You couldn't look out and see a bird flying in the sky or a snake crawling in the ground or a dog. I think it'd be a horrible world living without animals. Main officer of the SPCA? Okay, I'm on my way, Kay. I'm going over the West End Circle.
Kay Blotzer is Ed's dispatcher. Kay sent us to check out a tip from an anonymous caller who reported 2 dogs without any shelter.
Who's going to go out and be concerned about a dog out in the rain today, laying in the mud?
You are.
Yeah, there's something wrong with somebody who doesn't like a dog.
Through the years, Ed's investigations have brought over 2,500 animal abuse and neglect cases to justice. But today, he found a case that didn't need prosecution, but rather a little education.
This is okay.
They got carpeting inside the doghouse.
A little advice from Ed and a gift of bags of straw, then we were on our way to the next call.
Adios.
Have a nice day.
All right, thanks, Pete.
You have some strong feelings about people who wear furs, don't you?
I see a woman with furs, I resent it. Furs represent to me their relics of death is what they are to me. To get a fur coat, you have to kill a living creature, which is absolutely not necessary.
We answered another anonymous tip about a dog with a neck chain injury.
You got shoulder, it's okay for now. The chain should be longer. I don't know. Would you have a chain loop around your neck there, or what do you have on your neck there, huh? Huh? You have a chain loop around your neck? Huh? Did you have a chain loop around your neck? With lock on it, that's crazy. When I see an animal out there and he's out in a hot summer sun and I see that he's taken care of, or in a hot and cold winter days, that he's being, if he's outside, that they're kept comfortable. That's what motivates me.
This case is not closed. Ed will check back tomorrow.
I got sued one time over trying to protect pigeons. May or may not be people's favorite birds, and I tell people that. They may not be my favorite birds, but you ain't going to abuse them. I'm the person in Pennsylvania mostly responsible for outlawing themselves chickens, ducks, and bunnies in Pennsylvania. I worked on that. That was the first thing I did when we started the SPCA movement years ago. And I like chickens and ducks and bunnies, and I think the bunnies brought me presents at Easter time, and I like them. I don't want people abusing any animals. Make it. Pigeon, bird, cow, horse, duck, anything.
Our next call was a checkup about a dog in dire need of a grooming. A citation had been issued weeks before to the owner, but no action had been taken. At this point, the dog's health was in danger.
You don't have matted things hanging on your head. I don't have them on mine.
Lately, I've been working on a house. You know, I think fixing furnaces and dryers is a little bit more important than grooming the dog.
Well, you have an animal. You got to take care of them the same way as you want to be taken care of.
Ed made a date to meet the owner in the magistrate's court. The dog will be groomed and checked by a veterinarian. Ed will see to that.
Sorry to say, but if they don't have the money to own their pets, they shouldn't have one. I hate to say that, but at the same time, the animal suffers.
Before the day was over, a stray dog found Ed.
Where's your home at, huh? He has identification on it. I'll take it down to Animal Friends so he won't be destroyed or nothing. You know whose dog that is? I don't want to rush him, you know. Come on, there it is. No, nobody's going to hurt you, boy. You're going to go where you're going to go. Good places.
We have some food in here. Come on.
Do this all day long. It's better than chasing women or drinking whiskey.
Oh, Rusty, yeah, we're gonna find out who you belong to. His name is Rusty. Hi, Rusty. Goodbye, Rusty.
Is that you, huh? Look at him, right? She said they found him in a dump in Beaver County.
There was no doubt about it. Ed's love and respect for all things small and helpless were indeed contagious. That day, I became a cat owner 2 times over. I can't believe I'm doing this.
They'll be your best friend, Jim.
ACW to Mobile 1. Okay, I don't have any calls. I have dinner just about ready. How soon are you coming in? We're going to have vegetable soup.
It had been a long day, but an enriching one, because of Edward J. Blotzer Jr., who showed me how to make a gift of time.
Time means to me that I have an opportunity to go out and do what I have to do to try to protect the animals from people abusing them. That's what time is to me.
It's been a long, long day. I got someone down the shoe. Ain't got no place to stay with any old place, but it's been a long, long day. It's been a long,
I think I'll probably be doing this till I can't do it anymore.
You won't find these two at the Animal Friend shelter because they found a home with me. But you'll find lots of other pets that need tender love and care. And if you decide to adopt one, tell them Ed Blotzer sent you. We'll be right back.